your brother over there. Brother,
Hey everybody.
brother, get going in.
Come on in, Richard. The weather's lovely.
Robert's coming, but he's left over.
My daughter's here. Right.
He has lost weight.
Good night. Stand up. It's not just Simon Claridge's business. I will get on with it. Apparently it's appropriate that I say a few words at this time. You're going to have to indulge me because I've got to kind of witter on and reminisce for a while. It's raining.
Hurry up.
Stand here and look at Karen Reid. Lovely. For those of you who know me, which is
Speak into the microphone.
I can't hold it in. I'll come back here. I don't get barracked like this in work, you know. Honestly,
Because you don't go to work.
that's right. Thank you, cousin. You're out of it. For those of you who know me, and obviously that's all of you really, you'll know that you're dealing with a 17-stone softie, was my claim. Harsh.
18, 19, 20. 22.
Behave. Actually, let's set the first thing straight. It's actually, very sadly, it's just near a 19 stone at this point, but apparently, you fat. Emma, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, who ate all the pies? Who's had all the crepes? I've only had one so far. I do actually, as I look around this evening, it's an absolutely staggering sight. It's a bit shabby in places, but it's a fairly staggering sight. Obviously, the sad note, my dear old dad can't be with us, bless him, but he nearly got there, didn't he, bruv? He nearly got there. But my brother is here. If anyone's been playing the game of Spot My Brother, Bertie, the mystery is revealed. Rob's here with my wife, with his wife Karen. We did have an outing from Auntie Ona as well, Leonie's sister earlier on, but she ate the crepes and went. This is a slightly biased verdict, but all my favourite cousins are here. Am I allowed to say that? I can say that. They are here. We've got, obviously, down the front here, allegedly a former sportsman, though with that posture I'm not sure, David. Actually, John and David are somewhere around. I don't know where Johnny is. Where is he? They're back there. These are the guys who tried to teach me to play cricket. Obviously, bloody useless at it, but if you give Elliot,
you were quite good.
Yeah, if you give Elliot a few tips in the morning, that could be useful. He's starting to quite enjoy actually at the moment. Staying with sport for a minute, and there was a historic moment. I was reminded of this recently. Back in May 1970, I was actually sat watching a footy match with David and John and a few others, and I uttered the immortal line, and Woody will appreciate this, wherever you are, Woody. I uttered the immortal line, "I'll support the blue team." Come on! Which a few of you others did. I know a few of you others did at a similar time, I know. So I was watching the FA Cup final. The mighty Blues were victorious against a team who didn't quite make the playoffs this season. Leeds United, I think it was.
Oh.
Yeah, missed it by one place apparently, boys. Talking of glorious moments, obviously Chelsea are going to do the business at Old Trafford tomorrow. Ian, is that right? I foolishly thought we had more than one true Man United fan here tonight, but there's only one with a season ticket, Woody, wherever you are. The rest are all living in the south, which is fairly typical for United fans, isn't it, mate? Is that right? There's only one of you truly Manchester. We've also got straight down in front, and you've seen the evidence of her hard work tonight, we've got my lovely cousin Sarah, who staggeringly 40 years ago tried to teach me to dance. Yeah, thank God that wasn't her profession. Obviously, you'll see the results of some of that later, guys. Even going way back, there are boys here I went to school with, and there are boys here I went to scouts with. I can't see anything about that. Yeah, okay, get the jokes. I really was a Boy Scout. I was in the Painswick Scout Troop, Woodpecker Patrol. That happened, didn't it? That's brilliant. Thank you so much. I can see you all now, but hey, that's looking better. Yeah, no, I was in Woodpecker Patrol, classic colours of purple and green, so I think the obsession of purple's carried on from then. Paul and Alex, I don't know where you are, but it's bloody good to see you both. I haven't seen Alex for a very, very long time. He certainly looks about 25, the bastard. Obviously, when we first moved to Henley back in early 80s, there were a couple of dodgy characters. I had a kind of living love affair with Matt Davis, wherever the boy is. He's around somewhere, the mighty Matt. And then started working. There's the irrepressible Alistair Buckle, bad shirt winner of the night without question, wherever that is. But that takes me back out to the mid-80s. He was a bright young graduate. The boy's done well. Taught him all he knows. No, maybe not, actually, that's true. There are, as you'll have seen actually from the sheer volume of beer that's consumed, there are a significant number of friends from Henley Round Table. DT, Mike, Steve, Adrian, Paul, Steve, I mean there's just loads of you, and obviously what they're going to do is typical bloody table tradition. They're going to drink all the beer, get a little bit rowdy, and then hopefully they'll come around with collecting buckets later. Just to help contribute, if you could, that would be great, guys. This is like chapters of my life. It's been amazing watching you all through. We then had that bizarre thing where first baby on the way. Oh, what do you do then? You go to NCT classes, don't you? and you sit in a room with this strange amorphous creature with hairy legs listening to whale music. But thank God, there were visions of sanity, like the lovely Karen and Pete. And Pete and I used to bugger off to the kitchen and make the tea and listen to the footy, hopefully, if it was on. So it's great to see that chapter. Obviously what we did when Harriet was on the way, we didn't go to NCT. But she's turned out all right, mate. Get some dancing tips from Auntie Sarah, though. You'll be all right. We met some amazing, and again, the kind of the louder, lairier, larger ones, Simon. We met friends through our kids' schools, and we've endured, and actually, thinking back, even occasionally enjoyed the odd quiz night. I think the one we bribed a few people to give us the answers was a particularly glorious moment at Cranford, wasn't it, mate? So we've got the Cranford House gang. Again, brilliant to see you all. And there's going a step back, the Cromarsh Gifford mob. What an illustrious bunch. I knew we'd get a bit of ooh at that point. And we did just some quite crazy things. We certainly with a gang of us raised enough money to build a classroom, which is very kind of public state school stuff, isn't it? Now we just write the checks out, but somehow that was more fun then. It just seemed a lot more fun. It was a lot more hard work, but it was a lot more fun. So we've got a lot of friends, and again, friends we met through friends. We've got the future in-laws here, which is great. Sorry, son, I promised I wouldn't say that. And apparently there might even be people here tonight who've known me long enough to remember when I was thin, but no. Nobody, not even my mother, remembers that.
You're all the fuck.
I was born.
You were born very large, James.
I was born very large.
23 pounds 2 ounces.
Exactly. Thanks, Dad. So it's been an amazing 50 years. Those various chapters, and in fairness, I was chatting to somebody earlier on. I think it was did everybody meet? Is Brigadier Brian still here? The wonderfully eccentric Brigadier lives at the end of the road. He was the guy kind of marching on the dance floor. Great character. And I had this great conversation. I said to him, in truth, if I knew I was going to live this long when I was 25, I would have looked after the body better. It is knackered. We went through a list of things. My list of not kind of knackered, dodgy bits is longer than this. I fell out the shed yesterday, sprained my ankle. That's the thing old people do. Your shed, Holly. Your shed. Crazy lodger. I'm going to mention John from next door just because he wanted to get a mention wherever you are. Big John. Yeah! Big John, you can tell Big John. Somebody accused me the other night, actually, John was saying, he's that big bold guy with the Gloucestershire accent. I went, no, I think you'll find that's New Jersey. Hey, but it's close, it's close. I haven't got a clue where I am on my little speech now, I'm still going. The bits that break, the right shoulder is completely knackered, the knees are kind of held together with a bit of sticky back plastic. Those who see me ski will know that. The eyes are failing, which is great news for Simon, wherever you are, mate. More glasses on the way. The ears are failing, which is great news if you've got teenage kids. So it's all kind of packing up, really. And actually, I was reflecting the other evening about the strange things that happen. And I mentioned this to a lovely guy, Andrew Anders, who's with us tonight, but I mentioned to him what the hell happens when you get to 50, because he's mid-50s now, and he sent me this bizarre list of the top 10 things that happened, and some of them just, I'll flick through it, I'll be brief, but some of them just absolutely made me laugh. He said, apparently, number 1, when you hit 50, you quit trying to hold your stomach in, no matter who walks into the room. At which point I added, even if it's Julie Botting. I just can't be asked, I can't do it anymore, let's be honest. The second one, which I thought was fabulous, and Leonie will appreciate this, apparently when you get to 50, I used to be lousy at keeping secrets, and now the best way is when Leonie tells me a secret, I just forget it. It's gone. It's gone, so there's no issue there. You make that transition. He also reckoned that your knees are a better kind of predictor of weather than any meteorologist. Here comes the rain again, as they say. Steady, Holly, don't interrupt, come on. The other thing, my dear brother will appreciate this, when apparently when you get to 50, people phone you at 9 o'clock in the evening and go, oh, did I wake you? My dear old brother, bless him, still phones at 11:30 at night and assumes he hasn't woken us. Painswick time is a different zone. It's definitely a different bloody time zone. Another one that absolutely cracked me up is apparently you can't live without sex. Sorry, you can live without sex, but you can't live without glasses. Now, in fairness, you only have to imagine Leonie curled up in bed with her glasses on and a really good book to know that is so true. That is just so true. Topical ones here. My kind of finance man and saviours here. Apparently you get into great heated arguments about pension planning. That happens when you hit 50, apparently, and you also make really, really, really good use of all the private healthcare you've invested in. And you realise you've got nothing left to learn the hard way because you've done it all. It's brilliant. The last one, near the end, I promise, but one that seemed highly appropriate, particularly with the utterly churlish, foolish new toy I've just bought, is apparently when you get to 50, speed limits are no longer seen as a challenge. For me, in fact, Claridge, for me now, the real challenge is double the speed limit. And in fact, I don't know if Andy's still here, he's the short guy, still squealing like a pig from the drive I took him on the other day, where he grabbed my knee and said, slow down! We were fine, Andy, it was only 133, you were okay. Near the end, I promise. The other one that is very topical, again, John, neighbour, big mention again. You're already in the script, John, I can't believe it. Apparently, when you're 50 and you have a party, your neighbours don't even realise. But, actually, thankfully, they are just about nearly all here, and it's fabulous to see you guys. I think the sad truth, obviously, if you're over 50, most of you obviously won't realise you were here, because it'll all blur. So the next 25 years, well, there's a vague plan. It's not a big plan, there's a vague plan, maybe a few more years' work, maybe if the knees still hold up, a few years of skiing, and I haven't got a bloody clue after that. I mean, it's going to be, whatever it is, it's probably going to be with that lovely, lovely wife of mine, Leonie. Quite a good idea. Or so she tells me, anyway. But no such sentimentalism. Clearly, you'll just heckle me if I get too bloody emotional. So, but a massive thank you to Leonie. She's